Boker Tov, good morning. We continue with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah. Today I want to talk about the question about what was created first, or what existed first. We read in the Torah reading this week, Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim et haaretz. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And our understanding is that the Haaretz Hayta Tohu Vavohu, all of that was just a big mess. But before God did this creating, there was nothing. We believe in this notion of creation ex nihilo. That's the phrase we use, something from nothing. So there was no substance that existed before God created the substance. But yet, the Midrashic world of the rabbis believes that there was something that predates the creation of the world as we know it, the matter of the world that we know it, and that was wisdom. They base themselves on a verse that we read in Mishlei that says the following: Adonai b'chochma yasad eretz, konein shamayim b'tfuna. That God, with wisdom, He established the earth, and He set up the heavens with understanding. So a usual way to understand that text would be that God did a very, very good job. With God's wisdom and smarts, He made a really, really fantastic world. Right? That's how we usually understand it. But in the Midrashic reading, that Hashem used the Torah, says Rashi there, Al Pi HaTorah. God built the world using the Torah itself. V'hi Torah, v'hi Tvuna. Torah is also understanding. V'huadat, and it's also another term for knowledge. Right, so in fact, all of the world was created with these things. So that's a very unusual thing, but there is this fascinating tradition that exists, that there was a primordial Torah. It might not be the Torah that we understand, that it took the form of the Chamisha Chumshei Torah, the 5 books of Moshe that Moshe gave us, but somehow it is an essential wisdom from which all of Torah emerged. Let me share with you one other way in which this is described, presented in one place in the name of Rabbi Hoshaya, about God as the artisan. The Torah is saying, "I was the artisan's tool of Hashem," quoting another pasuk there, another pasuk in Mishlei. So Amon, so it's understood as if it was an artisan. And in the way of the usual world, a king of flesh and blood who builds a castle does not do so from his own knowledge, but rather from the knowledge of an architect. The architect did not build it from his own knowledge, but rather he has scrolls and books, etc., etc. So too Hashem gazed into the Torah, Histalkel ba'oraita, Ubara Alma, and He created the world. Every wisdom is built into this, is present in the Torah, and from it, the world that we have emerges as well. What a fascinating idea that that there's this capital W of wisdom, which is God's holy wisdom of Torah, and all that exists emerges from it. Let's do our best to appreciate a little bit of that great wisdom in all of our interactions, and even as we walk around the space of the world around us and imagine the wisdom of the Torah that's present within. Have a great day.